Hi everyone. So we're doing part 2 of the monthly check-in. This is the bi-monthly check-in, middle of the month check-in for the energies, for any messages that you're supposed to get. In general, just like what your spirit team may want you to know, bring it up to your attention. And we're going to look at love, and we're going to look at like finances, work kind of stuff, whatever comes up. Yesterday the messages were huge and we were running long. And so I broke it up into 2, and here we are. So we're going to be doing, first of all, not just Libra through Pisces, but if you have placements. So like if you have an Aries moon in the 7th, that Libra reading may resonate for you because there's a lot of Libra energy around a major placement of yours. So we're going to see if I can do this without my glasses today because I don't have to read anything. Hi, gang. Hi, loves. Let me put in the good mic. Also, April, I want you to, I triple checked, I want you to write to YouTube. I think possibly like a scam account that would have me blocked so I would not be aware of them might have gotten to you or something, because I looked through and I don't have anything on my end. So you should definitely email YouTube and I will absolutely help you with that, and get your money back for any months that you put that it came out of your account, because it never came through on my end. And so you should get your money back, my love. Okay, so let me just take a minute here. And if you want to do this with me, if you feel a little dysregulated, everything going on, and it's palpable. You know, I've been saying this for well over a year, but when Capricorn was going to get to those last degrees of Pluto, it was going to be like gasping for air. Whatever it had to do not to, it's the most mature expression of that planet in that sign. And so we could all be feeling that for sure. And tomorrow it moves into Aquarius. I teased about having like a divorce party thing for Pluto and Capricorn never ever getting back together in our lifetimes. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. That was odd. But we could all feel that energy right now. We definitely could. And the moon is in Cancer. It's not in opposition yet, but it will be at some point. So we could expect some feelings around that. We could expect some stuff out in the collective about that. But we'll see. All right, so that all being said, let's just take a breath together. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can do this. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders down. Make sure your tongue is not to the top of the roof of your mouth. When you think you're relaxed, and then you start to like wiggle your shoulders and realize maybe I wasn't as relaxed, as decompressed as I thought I was. And from there, we're just gonna call back our power. I call my power back to me now from anyone using it with or without my permission. And let me know if you can like feel that in your body. Drop it in the chat if you felt that in your body. And the next one would be I release any energy that's not mine to carry. I release and reject any energy that's not mine to carry or not in my highest good. And the last one, which is my favorite, it's the superpower we all can access. I choose to transmute any stink, stank, or stunk energy being sent my way with or without intention. And I want to transmute that to health and vitality for me and abundance. You can transmute it to whatever you want it to be, whatever way you think it'll best serve your highest good. I don't do the return the serve thing. I have no wish to be in a Venus and Serena tennis match of shitty energy. So you want to send it to me? Okay, it's energy. Now I'm going to transmute it, right? We're going to send it through the car wash, as they say, or as I say. Clean it off and then use it for whatever we want to. Okay. Let's look at Libra, 7th house placements. What do your, and we are at 6:43. What do your guides, your spirit team want you to know right now? Oh, that is so interesting. Okay. I'm using the Centennial deck. So, Pamela Coleman Smith, who was the illustrator for the original Rider-Waite Tarot, there were extra cards that she included that they ended up not using in the OG deck. However, they included it in the Centennial, commencement deck. And 2 of them, there's 4, 2 of them came out. So we have, I like to see this modern day interpretation as respect. Obviously, those are the sacred hearts, and they are coming to worship or pay respects. There's sanctity. There's, there's like a level of respect in this. And then we have the kind of being protected, and also doing work in our sleep in the astral. And this was in reverse. The other 2 cards that came out with that is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the 8 of Cups in reverse. And I gotta tell you, the 8 of Cups came out, I want to say like 4 times yesterday in 6 readings, both in the upright and in reverse. So, there's something to be said for that. Saturn is gone direct. Mercury will go retrograde the 26th. And we still have Jupiter in retrograde, Uranus in retrograde, and Neptune in retrograde. And then we're going to go into a Mars retrograde December 6th in Leo. And it's going to spend most of its time actually in Cancer. And within 10 days of that coming out of retrograde and stationing, Venus will go in retrograde. And within like 2 weeks of Venus going retrograde, Mercury goes retrograde. Now that's all more like late winter, early spring. But it's, it's often you can have like a Venus or a Mars retrograde when you're going to have also a Mercury retrograde, because Mercury goes retrograde so often. But to have so little space when one planet is still, when Mars is still stationing or Venus is still stationing and the other goes in, that's a little you know, that's going to feel like a lot. There's going to be a lot of chances to redo things. And so today is what, the 18th? So we have 8 days until Mercury goes retrograde. So we're close. We're in that place. With 3 cards in reverse here, there might be another chance for you to either create respect where there wasn't, to create probably boundaries where there wasn't before in a situation that would get you the mindfulness towards you, towards how you should be looked at, how you should be held in regard. You could feel right now abandoned. When I have that protected in your sleep, doing astral work, you know, kind of meeting with your spirit team at night, and it's in reverse, you could feel like you're not getting the messages, or that you could just feel a little bit more alone than what you're used to. A little disconnected, and it could be because the mind feels busy lately. There's a chance here where there wasn't reciprocity, that reciprocity will get restored. This could come with an apology. It's going to be up to you to create those boundaries. It's almost like a second chance is what I'm getting for you, Libra, and 7th house placements. And, you know, this isn't just a message. It's a message for Libra. It's a message for a sign that is often looking at their own sense of self through the reflection of another. So this is big. This is a sense of healing. This is a sense of not allowing yourself to be breadcrumbed in any way anymore. But the opportunity, that the message is here, is that you might feel like you're not as protected, or you're disconnected, or any of that. That's not the case. They're quiet. When this opportunity comes to you, Libra, what I really would love, and what feels like the message, is that you're standing on business 10 toes down, and that when they come with maybe an apology, or saying like, oh, I didn't realize you were this or that, or giving you your due respect, which should be just basic in how people treat you, that you're like, oh, it's okay, and you minimize how you were treated before. We're not going to minimize that. What I'm going to ask Libra placements to do is let everybody else sit in the uncomfortable. Say less. Say less, and just look at them while they're talking. Don't fill the space. Don't fill the space. Let them sit. Don't change the subjects. Don't make it okay for them, because you're so interested in balance and work out of kindness, that sometimes you fill the space where somebody should just be sitting in what they did or how they treated you. I know that will make sense to Libras, but I want you to not fill the space with words, and not go out of your way to try to make it okay for them, or lessen that they feel the weight of how they treated you before, or how they regarded you before. Okay, let's get a love reading for Libras, 7th house placements. Libras and 7th house placements. Today after this, yesterday I made the bagels. today after this, I have to make cookies. I make brown butter chocolate chip cookies. A few tricks. And now that's our favorite cookie in our house. When I say our, I don't mean me. So I was really busy and I had Emily bring home like regular store made chocolate chip cookies. That's not a replacement. So the butter is officially brown. So when I'm done with this, I have to go make cookies and make dinner. Okay. You know, with love life, this is really interesting. It was really hard for me to get cards. Libra, there is... Yeah. There is a situation here for Libras in 7th house. This might happen around the Sagittarius new moon for you. We'll see. But there's like, you already have everything you need to like either win your side of the argument, or like you don't need validation or reflection of self from this particular person. There's something that you know with your gifts. There's something that you know with your intuition. But you maybe keep weighing out the sides. Well, like, in all fairness, they reacted this way because they misunderstood when I said that because I wasn't clear enough. This situation is going to come to an end. Now, for some of you, I think these two things are tied together. I think for some of you, you're going to understand the respect that you're supposed to get. And fighting for that is what comes to an end. What is what that 10 of Wands kind of represents. Almost feels like a trauma response, that like there's always something to fix. There's always like, you know, being on the ready, as we say. And so that'll really be your biggest adjustment, is not feeling like that. For others of you, yeah, this might just be like an ending if you can't get somebody. And you know, I read this for a love relationship, but love can be more than romantic. If you have to beg somebody to hear you and then explain the best way for them to hear you and respect you, and they still can't get it, doesn't make them a bad person. But whether this ends the relationship or ends you, or it tarnishes the relationship because you're not willing to put that, like, you're not willing to constantly continue to beg. So you're just not going to try to explain yourself anymore, or you give up trying to be heard, which will eventually affect it. But for some of you, this is just letting down the burden of having to fight to be heard in this relationship. We're going to look at finances. Hi. Hi, DeRay. Hi, Teresa. We have Zoe and Adva and Juan and, of course, April. All right. Let's look at finances for Libra and the 7th house. Okay. Wow. A lot more cards are coming out for Libra. Very interesting. Libra are for people, 7th house is court stuff. If anyone that's just listening, because I always say, like, if you have strong 7th house placements, or if you have Libra placements, but also sometimes the message is just for you. If you are going through court stuff right now, I think it goes in your favor. I think that financially and justice wise, that's all served the way it should be. I want you to pay attention. Whether this is a work situation, there's a situation where something's being negotiated, litigated, mitigated. There's something here finance-wise and work-wise. I think it's going to go your way, but I think it's not going to fix like how you emotionally or mentally feel about the situation. And so I want you to take care of your thoughts, and I want you to examine your emotional or mental attachment beyond the finances, beyond like what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and you should not be dealing with that at work for sure. But, or in a court situation, I want you to make sure that you don't think that things getting found in your favor is the end of taking care of the emotion and mental space around this. That is what I'm getting. I have the Six of Cups and the Star in reverse, and the Judgment sandwiched in the middle in the upright. So again, things go your way, but I don't think it fixes the emotional, however this upset you or hurt you enough. And again, that may not be for Libra, just maybe for somebody going through something that feels like litigious, or somebody's got to hand down a decision. It does go your way though. And it financially goes your way. It just doesn't, I don't want to say more money, more problems, but like it's not going to fix the other part of whatever this was. Okay. And make sure you take care of yourself with that. Because there may be expectation like, oh, when that's over, I'll just feel so much better and I'll be vindicated and everybody will see that I'm vindicated, but it doesn't fix everything. The Judgment or the money that comes with it. How did my cards get so screwed up? Okay. You're spot on about Libra. We are so quick to try to make everyone feel at ease, even while you're anxious. Yeah. It's a hard thing to do. Listen, I have Jupiter in Libra in the second house of my sense of worth. And I have Moon conjunct Chiron in my 7th house. Oh, she is extra smoky. I don't know what we have going on here. I have to move you. That's not normal. And so, for a long time, I was the person that, oh my gosh, and my motor mouth, I would fill the space. I would fill the space to make sure that other people felt okay in apologizing for treating me like shit. Because I was so excited that it was being mended. And I didn't have this yawning chasm of like, what happened? What went wrong? Why do I have, why doesn't this person like me? Why can't I be accepted? Why do I feel rejected? Aries, Moon, Chiron, 7th house. So it was, I have an Aries moon in a Libra house because I have a flip chart. But getting to the place where I was just silent and made eye contact and let the words hang, woo, that was very uncomfortable in the beginning. And now it's just practice. Well worth being uncomfortable for a little bit. Because you know what the thing is that you're already uncomfortable. It's whatever the situation is, you're already having anxiety around it. Whatever the situation is, you're probably already uncomfortable with, the unsaid things or how you were treated or any of that. It's already uncomfortable. So you might as well use the uncomfortable. First of all, you're taking the power out of it. Right? Out of uncomfortable having any power over you by allowing it to be until it doesn't feel uncomfortable anymore. Hi, Patty. Okay, let's look at Scorpio. It's Scorpio season. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios. Okay, what is the message for Scorpio? Ooh. Ooh. Well, well. Scorpio. Maybe this is a little birthday present, but here you go. And we're at the end of Scorpio. Right? Email me if you can, April, so we can work together and get your money back for any of that. Since it didn't come in on my side. Okay, so the first card that came out is Six of Wands, victory. Now, it feels like you had to feed this victory a little bit. This Six of Wands is a little special because we have, you know, there is something that you had to do to bring this to victory. Whether there was an unfairness or a betrayal or something on your end, Scorpio. Also, 8th house placements. You had to, and you probably tried to do it with less conflict than people think Scorpio. People, let me tell you something. Scorpios, if you call for them, they will show up. They are not going out of their way to start shit. They're not. They're just not. So like they get anxiety too. They're not, right? So this might look like manipulation or whatever, but whatever they did was probably less confrontational than people who don't understand Scorpios think that Scorpios operate at a level. You could fight me on that one. You can leave me comments or anything else. You can be like, you're wrong. That's fine. I can take that. And then I'll explain to you why. Anyway, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Like whatever falls down, you will build back up. Oh my God. And then we have coming out of hermit mode, right? I'm coming out. And the Emperor card. Now, if you didn't have all these other cards, I would think this Emperor card is like, that's a little too much ego for my liking, right? But because we're coming out of hermit mode and because we had to like figure shit out to just get to like peace and victory here, and because it's Queen of Pentacles and it's Scorpio, I know shit burnt down and you had to build it all back up. Probably more than once. So I'm going to say this Emperor is going to represent you finally feeling like your own sense of worth, which I love for you. But the message is that whatever you're doing is working. Whatever you're doing is working. And there is going to be this moment when you emerge. Right. You're going to emerge and be like, yeah, I told you so. And that's okay. If you've been having like social anxiety and that kind of thing too, I feel like that eases up for you too, Scorpio. Let's get a love message from you. I do love this deck so much. Did that go off? All right, let me. Alpine. Also, if you are a member and you've been a member for a year, I sent out an email. I'm going to start sending out those reports. I was hoping that everybody that I sent out an email to would all get back to me, just so that I don't like lose. So I was going to do them all. They're all, everybody that asked, not asked, I sent out a thank you for a year of membership, and it came with, you got to pick 2 gifts out of a list. And I'm gonna just send what the people who emailed back, but please check your emails, check that I'm not going to spam, because I'm trying to give you stuff. I appreciate my members. You'll know if you're in a year, because if you look at Teresa's and Juan's and Adva's badges, they are the, I'm in my divine era. They have like a little, there's like a person in the middle of them. They're darker. Okay. That is interesting. Okay, Scorpio, there's somebody here that's Empress. That's either you, or it's like there's somebody you see as Empress. I don't know if you're losing your like lust for them. It's like it's like you're, this card is very interesting. This is like you're trying to break out of something that keeps you from this. I don't know if you can't show or they're not showing attraction to you. This is very interesting. I kind of have to pull another card. This is either very much like the Leo reading yesterday, where it's like, and the Cancer reading, where it's like, I've got myself to the point of like great self-esteem. I've done some healing, and now I don't want to let anybody in to like fuck with that. So I don't know if it's a like, I kind of want to break out like of my self-imposed, like I'm protected back here. There's a lot of like the defenses coming down in yesterday's readings. But the Knight of Wands is in reverse. So like somebody is like kind of not, either you are just not feeling it for somebody, or you don't want to like let that, because that has led to trouble before. So like, I don't want to be thinking about somebody and be thinking about ripping their clothes off or whatever. But there is somebody here that is either holding you in high esteem, or you hold them in high esteem. And there's like this quandary here about, I want to break free. All right, let's, okay. This situation has a lot of love, and you have it on hold. I'm not surprised. It's very Scorpio. I think I've had readings where I'm like, take the fucking love, Scorpio, right? Like, here it is for you. This is another, like, I don't know if Scorpio feels like it's better to just, like, leave this in its potential, because it's better for that than to, like, go try to have at it and then have it get messed up. And then my like, this person is just kind of on the pedestal where they are. I was just watching something, and they were like, you know, this person is like perfect, just so if I leave it alone, they'll stay perfect. And I have one perfect thing in my life. I can't remember what that was. I can't, if you know that movie, right now this girl is perfect. So like if I don't mess with it, if I don't do anything, she gets to stay perfect. And I can't think of what it is. This will move in. When this moves in, I can't tell you, because that's going to be on an individual basis. But eventually, you're going to burst. You're going to have enough. You're going to move towards this. But this is somebody you could... It's funny because it's like we have the Emperor and the Empress here on your table. Like when you come into your own self-respect, like you will... This card will turn around and you will... You'll feel like we're both at a place where we can respect each other. Who knows? They might already respect you, or this is the other way around. Flip it how you have to. That is very interesting love reading. Let's get your finances and job work. Also, reminder, if you are a nerd or a gratitude member, this Friday and Saturday, the live streams are just for you. And you can bring me whatever everybody can ask, like an astrological question, and we will pull up your chart and get into it. If you want to ask me something about your natal chart, if you want to ask me something about like an upcoming transit, if you want to ask me something about your, you know, I can't like explain or break down like a whole natal chart, but if you wanted to ask me about a placement or a transit or something, or you have a question about something coming up you want me to look at, I absolutely can do that. So it is just for Nerd and Gratitude, so it'll probably be a smaller live, so I won't be going for like 2 hours each day, but have your questions in advance. Hi, Tisa. Okay. Very interesting. There's a choice here to grow some. It's going to be painfully slow, Scorpio. There's a new endeavor. For some of you, it's writing. It's some kind of communication. I have the Gemini card here. The thing is like you can start this slow instead of feeling like this has to replace that. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to give up something altogether to like move into this. This potentially, let's get one more card. This potentially could be like good money for you or just good satiation for you. Yeah, honestly, whether you write a book or have a podcast or something, there's some kind of level of communication here, Scorpio. And what you're going to talk about is the times when you had to Phoenix. But if you've been thinking about that or like journaling, I think people have more interest in what you have to say, and there's actual money for that. There's actual monetary, you can monetize that more than you think. Okay. Let's move on to Sagittarius. You guys are all having a new moon. It's either going to hit you November 30th or December 1st, depending on where you live in the world. And also there's a poll up for all members. We have an extra Friday, Saturday this month. And so, like, what would you like me to do with that? And so there's 4 choices and the poll is up. And since we still have like well over a week, if there's 2 choices that are really close, what I will do for you all is take those two choices and put it up in a second poll so we can narrow it down. Because it's Black Friday. It's Thanksgiving weekend. So, like, if it's going to be too crazy, I could just do a recorded reading or... And obviously my moderators have no obligation to show up on Thanksgiving weekend. That's crazy. Sagittarius, what is the message for you right now? You know, when we get into late winter, early spring, the nodes are going to move into the mutables, which means that the eclipses will start squaring your placements, Sag. So this could be a very pivotal year for you. This could be a big, there could be a lot of movement for Sag, which Sag doesn't mind, right? Sag is a wanderer, is a nomad, whether that's, you know, across cultures, in real time traveling, or whether that's theoretically and philosophically kind of being a nomad through the world, trying to just gain understanding and having experiences. So, you know, while it's not fun to always have eclipses squaring you, for sure, I think that Sagittarius will appreciate the growth that it brings. Okay. You got a 2 of Swords and a 5 of Swords. There's a big decision here. Let's get another card for that. There's a big decision here. It almost feels like a decision you'd rather not make. It almost feels like you wish somebody else would do something so it would take the decision out of your hands. Because it's like giving you a headache here. Okay, this is about breaking up something that has to do, something that you tried to put effort into. Like, there's 3 people involved in this. I have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, when I have the 3 of Pentacles, this is my upgrade or like group project. So when it's, this is trying to get harmony between 3 people and it's just not working. And I think you have a hard decision to make and you don't want to make it. You're confused on how to get a reading, like how to book a reading. My website is in the description box. I have just 15-minute readings, if that's what you're looking for. Talking about asking me a question, I'll look into it in your chart. That is for membership, for people at the Nerd and Gratitude level. I go live every Friday and Saturday. That's astrology. This is an extension of my Sunday tarot. But please, like, any question you have, I'm happy to answer it here. So I know what you're looking for, I can answer it better. Okay. Sagittarius, is something going to happen to take it? I really feel like you want this off of your hands. Somebody's sticking to their, whoever this is that you're dealing with, one of the 3 people, almost feels like they can't be reasoned with. I don't know if this will make sense to you. I think you are going to have to make the decision. You are going to have to be the one to I want to say dissolve whatever this thing that you're trying to give harmony to. No worries. The chat will disappear and you can't like reload it from the beginning. So I want to make sure I answer questions. That's why I go live. Yeah, you got somebody here who's like standing on pride. I don't know if it's false pride or not. There's definitely ego. Listen, in the new moon, you might feel more empowered, but I'm going to tell you, the longer that you resist making this decision and just kind of saying, here's my line in the sand, the longer I feel like you will suffer, Sagittarius. Okay, love reading for Sagittarius. What is going on? Ooh, we have healing around love and relationships. I love this. Queen of Cups. Now, she came out sideways, so okay, listen. Sagittarius, especially Sagittarius women, I feel like people find themselves attracted to you, even when that's not appropriate, not like convenient, not appropriate. There may be some stuff when you were younger around this, like people thinking badly of you, or that like you were always after other people's partners. And that is not at all what's going on here. But what's interesting is I feel like you're healing, allowing you to be this magnetic, sexy, beautiful creature that people are attracted to, and not make it your problem. There's a ton of healing around here, because you are in a way a Queen of Cups. I know that you're a fire sign, but like the way that Sagittarius loves, the way that Sagittarius has like space for everyone, and they're fun and they're magnetic, right? And they're a little wild. This is like allowing you to be that wild. And like, so if somebody else decides that they have feelings for me outside of like friendship or just like human connection, that's a them problem. You don't have to give it any kind of, also you might be just like a little, you don't mean to be flirtatious, but like your personality might come off to other people as flirtatious. But that doesn't, like, that wasn't your intention, and that's other people's perception of you. And again, that's a them problem. I feel like you're healing all of this because just recently, I feel like for some of you, like you just, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know who I'm talking to here, but I feel like somebody kind of had to go through scrutiny and judgment that they didn't deserve. Jealousy, out of jealousy, really. Yeah. Yeah. Jealousy. Don't let their jealousy, don't let their lack of being able to like have this like big bright personality, again, make that keep that a them problem. You're healing this though. For some of you, you're already in a perfectly good relationship. This was like a lot, yeah. Also, just be, this is a third message, or a second message to the love message. Be careful, Sagittarius. There's a female that's trying to like, I almost want to say become part of your family. There's a female that's like really trying to get in your inner sanctum. I don't trust them. It's giving me single white female. If you're not old enough to know what that is, it's somebody who like wants to skin you and wear you like a coat, not in a good way. Let's look at your finances. Sagittarius. Yeah, you don't deserve whatever. There was just some kind of judgment that like that's a them problem, leave it a them problem. Also though, because there was something when you were younger that maybe a jealous person started like a rumor about you being, you know, what they would call like easy back in the day, and that wasn't it at all. It's just that you're like a human glow stick and people are magnetized to you. And so like there might be a little trauma, but you are absolutely healing that. Give yourself permission to be Jupiterian by all means. Okay. You coming into calling, coming into money around your calling. Sagittarius, your reading is really nice. There might be a little yeah. You have an opportunity to completely come into your calling. You might have to like leave somebody behind to do this. You might have like an opportunity, Sagittarius, to go do something, and it's going to be good money and it's going to be good for you. Somebody else isn't going to like it, and it might, I'm not going to lie. Your friends will clap for you. Your real friends will clap for you. This might be a business partner or somebody that you currently do something with, and they're afraid this is going to take you away. There's a lot around jealousy around you right now. It doesn't always have to be that way, but there's something that's like really going to make money for you. It's going to be, it's good, but it looks like an opportunity that's coming in, and it might take up too much of your time to be able to do this other thing with another person. Your best way of circumventing too much pain around this, for them or for you, or for even having to give up whatever relationship comes with the business, it feels like, is to just be completely honest with them. Sag is not about that conflict. They're not, you know, they will avoid it until it's really in their face, and then you'll find the fire in the Sag, right? But try, the conflict will be there. The best way to deal with it is to deal with it and be upfront and have an honest conversation. Because you deserve this, whatever is coming in, and it's good money, and it could be life-changing money. And what I don't want you to do is to avoid this because you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, or also have somebody walking around saying unkind things like you left them, don't leave anything unsaid, so that you can go enjoy this like incredible opportunity. It's a 10 of Cups, money. That's good money. Capricorn. We're going to use these guys for you. How are my Capricorn 10th house? By the way, that reading was also good for 9th house placements. Now we're looking at Capricorn. Funny, I feel like something is coming in. My creme brulees. Oh, Oh, you're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. Okay. We have the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. They both came out like sideways. Let me grab another card. Yeah, and the Hangman, and it comes out sideways. There's a new start for you, Capricorn. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This feels very monetary. This is the Druid Tarot, I want to say. This feels very monetary for your general message. I feel like you are going to start your own business. Ooh. Hi, Gibson. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. If you're looking to start your own business, whether you have 10th house placements, Capricorn placements, and you're feeling kind of like wonky because things are about to change a lot. This is if you're in the States. Go online and go get ordained, because it will give you protections to your business, because then you will be, I don't think I have to finish that sentence. You're all smart. Just go explore that. Because it looks like it's all here, but it's sideways. And so it makes me think, especially because the Hangman, it's like there's some kind of hesitation, but that's ready to be over, because the Hangman really wants to be upside down. When I turn these all, if I turn the other two upright from sideways, that puts the Hangman in reverse, which means it's time. This is a new business. This is you maybe going into business for yourself. But there's just a few things that you have to like wait on, or that you're missing. And with the Hierophant here, it makes me think that like I'm forever trying to get, like I'm a sponge for information. And because I'm giving guidance in my, like, when I'm doing appointments every day, I have to be kind of up on what's going on with the market, or what's going on with the world. And so this is just something that I keep seeing, as if you have a business, with the way things are moving, you might have more protections if you also get ordained. I don't know anything about anything. I could be completely wrong. So I would say, look that up. And you're probably going to get less from Google than you will from TikTok, just saying, or YouTube, where people will be explaining it in great detail and you're not trying to decipher a text explanation of it. But trust your intuition on this too. But if you are thinking of starting a business, this is a good, or just starting something on your own, this is good, but definitely get like protections around it. Okay, there's a bazillion ways to get ordained if that's what they're, with the Hierophant here. And this is like an old-fashioned Hierophant in this card. Let's get a love message for Capricorn. Let's get a love message. Okay, that was half the deck. All right, can we get a love message for Capricorn and 10th house placements? Strong 10th house placements. Okay. We have the Empress, but she's upside down. Are you going to make me pull another deck? Can't get any cards out of this. Okay. Capricorn, you may be in a situation where somebody that was like, I feel like somebody maybe switched it up on you. I feel like somebody that was as generous as you are, because Capricorns are normally generous in a relationship. They may have done one of those like pulling back. Let's pull another card. I'm going to split the deck because this is being funny. I'm going to split the deck. I just, please give me another card for Capricorn for like, why is this person pulling back? That's one card. And the other card is like, is this temporary? Two of Cups. It's temporary. Okay. There's two things going on. Either you're somebody where their child is just taking up all of their energy and all of their time right now, and they are, that's it. Then they're like social battery, they're like love battery, they're like drained. And that if their child is in some kind of emotional crisis right now of any type, that's like their tunneled vision, which actually means they're a good parent. The other thing is you could be dealing with somebody who's just really trying to get rid of an ex for good before this person has, I feel like when you met, this person was like crazy about you. And then all of a sudden it like slowed down. But they have somebody else that was like not getting the picture, that they've moved on, and they just like really have to close that door. Which is actually what you would want them to do. But, you know, the Two of Cups comes out. That's when I asked, like, is this going to be temporary? Yeah, this is a good match. They're pulling back because they're either prioritizing a child or they're trying to, like, fully get rid of an ex that won't go away. Now, is it always the best thing to kind of keep that on the low? I don't know. People are weird what they'll think if they think, well, I was still, you know, we were friends first and then we dated for a long time, or we were together, we lived together. And I didn't think you'd like that. So I just, you know, it wasn't important. She's not important, or he's not important, or they're not important. And so I just didn't bring it up because why ruin a good time, right? I don't feel like you have to worry about this person. And that's what I want to say. I'm actually also going to use these for finances because they're they're very earthy cards. Okay. Some kind of celebration or promotion. If you go into business, there might be somebody else that you bring in with you. Whoa. Okay. Finances are kind of good, Capricorn, not going to lie. We have the Ten of Cups again, which is a great money card if we're reading this as finances. And we have the Three of Cups, which is like celebration, but this is a group thing. I almost feel like for some Capricorns, you're leaving like a corporate or an office or a conventional job. And you're going into business for yourself, whatever this is. For some of you, it's like digital products or whatever. And it does really well really quickly. Like, I don't know if you're selling shit on TikTok or Amazon. You know, we're in Q4 where people are buying Christmas gifts. I don't know if you're selling something that would later have tariffs on it. And so people are going to buy a lot of it from you. I don't know, but this looks like a lot of money quickly, but like ethically also. It seems to change what you can do with your household. All right, Aquarius. Let's take a look at what's up for you. I'm going to use these guys because I haven't used them in a while. I didn't have any coffee today and I'm feeling it. Okay. Aquarius, you have a 3 of Wands, so like there's a choice you made and there might have been like some sacrifices, but the Queen of Pentacles comes out with it. It pays off. That's a very, very simple message, Aquarius. You made some choices and there was probably some sacrifices with it, but it absolutely pays off. Absolutely pays off. Okay. By mid-December, you're going to get confirmation, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be one of those things where, like, somebody just says something and drops information and, like, didn't even know that it would be pertinent to your life or to a situation or whatever. But the sacrifices you made, you're going to be happy with the choices you made, and you're going to get confirmation by mid-December. Let's see what's going on with, like, love. Sometimes I feel like Aquarius readings are almost more simple because it is what it is. And if you're Aquarius, you understood what I just said. Okay. Let's get another card before I even tell you what that card is. You might be, Aquarius, walking away from a situation where the communication is just trash. What does this give you? All right, you might have choices here because it says you have choices, right? The whole reading starts off with you have choices. I think you're going to walk away from somebody where the communication was not doing what it needs to do, especially for an Aquarius, where they were like game playing because they don't get that you're not about that life and you're not about that drama. The minute you let that person go, we have Venus in Cancer. We have reciprocity. We have like-minded, like it's a very, 2 of Cups is Venus in Cancer. It's just going to be a good match for you. Yeah, but you got to let go. There's somebody, that communication is just trash. Yeah, no. And I feel like whoever that is thought that they could do the like, oh, I'll pull back and then they'll chase, and that's not happening with an Aquarius. You would have to have extraordinary other placements as an Aquarius. You know, maybe if you're an 11th house, like if you're listening to this reading because you're an 11th house person, but even if you're an 11th house placement, that person who's being inconsistent, no, drop it. Somebody else is going to come right in. Let's look at your finances. And then we will finish up with Pisces. Just a reminder, members, there's a poll up. And also for everyone here, the first Friday and Saturday of every month, I will be live for everyone. And it'll be astrology based. So, we'll figure out subject to be determined. But if you have ideas or things you want to see me cover for astrology, absolutely leave them in a comment. Don't leave them in the chat. Leave it in the actual comment after the video so that I see them, because the whole chat does not get saved sometimes when I go backwards to look. All right, one more. Okay, we're gonna use a set of cards. There's some kind of money wound you could be healing. Stuff around money that you're healing, mindset around money that you're healing. But what else do we have here for Aquarius? I thought that was 2 cards. It was only 1. Okay. Someone's going to come in with an offer. It's going to sound too good to be true. It is. Somebody's going to come in with an offer that's going to sound too good to be true. It is. That's what that other card was for. Just a heads up. And especially because you're healing or things around money, it's important for you to know that, like, that offer is not going to work. Aw, thank you, Gibbs. All right, Pisces. And then I will see Nerds and Gratitude members Friday. And I will have a little video up for everyone on Sunday. It'll be like a tarot tip video. I'm going to just like put up a little video every other Sunday when I'm not. Because I'm going to do tarot every other Sunday. And then I'll just either post random readings and a tip on the other Sundays. So the first and the third Sundays will be tarot. Okay. Woo. Maybe not the first and the third, because now we're having a 5-weekend month. So we'll see. No, it'll still be the first because it's... Never mind me. Ignore me and having a whole conversation with myself. Pisces. I don't know if this is about a friendship. There is a little bit of Neptunian fog. Neptune's in retrograde though. I'm going to tell you this. Hey, Vanessa. I'm going to tell you that this is a very split message for Pisces. Somebody that you've had a crush on but you haven't engaged with, or they've had a crush on you but it's never moved into anything, they're moving out of a third-party situation. For the other bunch of you, this could be careful around if there's like more than one friend, like if it's a friend group and it seems to be like breaking up, or that you seem to be getting ghosted a little bit. Trust your instinct. Someone's being a little passive aggressive. Trust your instinct. You don't need that. Especially now while Neptune is in retrograde and in Pisces. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. But for some of you, there's someone getting out of a third, like, not that it's a third party situation, because it can't be 3 parties if you're not actually engaging with them, but the feelings are there, the chemistry is there, the connection is there, but no one's been doing anything about it because they're with either their karmic, I can't believe I'm saying that, or just random person filler seat. Sorry. We want to give that person some time too, so that they're not going from one to another, that you're not a rebound, and also so that there's never a time when you're accused of like breaking that up, because the chemistry feels palpable. Yeah, somebody's leaving their relationship that was like a... We're not cheering on like the breaking up of a happy relationship. I don't think this was happy. It doesn't feel happy. It doesn't look happy in the cards. Let's look at love messages, even though for some of you that was a love message. Could the Empress come out? Has the Empress come out in every reading today? This is weird. We have the Empress in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Pisces, I think that you thought, for some of you, that this person is like, you might have had them on a pedestal and almost anxiety around like, that would be amazing, but like, how do I even keep up with that? You're learning all of their flaws now. The anxiety is going away. I don't think it's healthy to put people on pedestals. I don't like that. I've had that done to me. I don't like it. And when I do it, when I've done it to other people, because my Pisces is running my 7th house, it never works out. It doesn't work out because everybody's human and everybody has good. It's about your non-negotiables lining up. No one's going to be like perfect, but they could be perfect for you, right? But putting somebody on a pedestal is a lot for them to fulfill too. Like it just, that doesn't, people fall down, go boom. It's not good. We have balance coming out in this. Yeah, there's something where you might have been like, I want to say almost a little intimidated by how great somebody was. Or maybe you were like nervous the first 2 dates because it was just like, oh, I didn't expect this to go so well. They're so amazing. That is going to decompress. Not that you're going to find flaws that is going to be a non-negotiable, but there's balance coming into this relationship, especially if you felt like, or if they felt that way about you, that like you were too good for them, then the balance is coming in. Let's get finances for Pisces. Yep. It's hard. It is hard to get out of that. It took me a very long time with, you know, I have my Aries moon conjunct Chiron in my 7th house, which is hosted, if you've been taking my houses class, which will be released to all other, to all members this Friday. That class will get released to everyone, but it's just Astro Nerds and Gratitudes that get the live class. And if you join the lowest member of the lowest level of membership, like you'll get a learning series with them too, that come with visuals and everything else. But anyway, you know, an Aries moon in the temple or the house hosted by Libra, but also it's, for me, it's run by Pisces, you know, so that's been a very interesting journey for me. And yes, so when you have strong Pisces placements, or you have a Pisces, you're a Virgo rising, and you have a Pisces run 7th house, you can do the whole pedestal thing. And when you come out of that, it's life-changing. When you realize that's not a good thing. It's life-changing. Listen, you've got good, stable money stuff coming up. There's a card here that tells me to tell you to not overthink it and don't like fear of failure or look back at the past and sabotage yourself with like the thoughts. There's 2 things here telling me that anxiety is gonna lessen a little bit here, and also not to let it be the overthinking. I mean, we have like the 7 of Cups, which can be like a little bit of paranoia, delusion, like just fog around, quite too many questions around, not too many questions and things, but questioning yourself is the point that I don't love. Like, celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, right? So in the general message, in the love, and in the finances, there's a card here in every single one of these readings that's like, it's good. Don't overthink it. Don't think yourself out of it. Okay. You guys, thank you for being patient and waiting for part 2 tonight. I love you. Now you love you. If you have questions, you can go to my website and hit the contact button. And I will see some of the members Friday night. And there's a poll up for all members. And just remember to be good to yourself, especially right now. All right. Bye.